You're interested in the relation between the different, what we nowadays call stakeholders, okay? The scientific community and governments, civil servants, politicians, which is a bit different, and the industry. Now, the whaling industry is not so obviously intrusive in all this as is the fishing industry. If you start talking about fishing, the fishermen and the fishing companies are there all the time. The whalers tend to be doing that, but behind the scenes it's their governments that may be pushing for them. Very occasionally the government and the whaling industry in that country are not seeing eye to eye. That happened some years ago in Britain, for example. Britain had the biggest whaling company there's ever been, Salverson's in Scotland, and the British government was much more towards conservation, allowing whaling, but still thinking of the future, social justice and social responsibility. So sometimes in Japan we don't ever see any difference between the government and the industry anyway. So, and we're dealing really with the industry and the things I do. I should say that I told you I was brought in from fishing into whaling, but I actually worked for at least 12 years before I'd either seen a whale or seen a whaling factory. It was all theoretical. When I started seeing whales, that was fine and fantastic, and I loved the idea, but seeing and being with whales is not really part of my work, it's part of my fun, right? My work is with computers and tables of data and all that, and other people collecting the stuff.